Those two guys really were, guys that we had a difficult time guarding. And then the rebounding factor, they hurt us on the backboard. A lot of long rebounds. Vasquez had 6. I thought, from a defensive standpoint, we didn't do a great job. Excuse me. And rebounding, we got, we lost by 6, and that's something we can't do against a team that is athletic as Canisius. We had to do a better job blocking out. But they played well. They shot the ball well. They knocked down their foul shots when they needed to. And those two guards really controlled things.
Coach, you mentioned it yourself, defense and rebounding. You said a lot. Our two constants have to be defense and rebounding.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think the biggest reason for that was?
It's a difficult place to play. They were hyped. They were into the game. They were aggressive, and sometimes we took a step back. I think and a lot of it, not necessarily the big guys. A lot of those rebounds were long rebounds, and our guards have to do a better job of getting in there and chasing those suckers down. But it's defensively and rebounding. That's how you win. And those are the two. We shoot 49% from the field, which is a decent percentage. But they shoot 50%, and you can't win that one. You got to defend.
Mark, without Marquise and everybody being keyed up, you think fatigue was kind of a factor?
No, people ask that. I ask the guys all the time, "How you guys doing?" All right. It wasn't. We didn't defend in the first half. They shot 53%. If anything, we defended better in the second half. They only shot 45. So I don't think fatigue was the reason. We didn't do a good job defending, and we didn't do a good job rebounding. And that's the bottom line.
Which when they had that zone out there, it seemed like we were struggling a little bit against it. They were kind of swallowing Andrew up, and nobody was really. He'd kick it out, and then there'd be some missed shots. And
we didn't shoot the ball well from the perimeter. I can tell you that. 4 for 17. When they're circling Andrew, we got to do a better job knocking down some open shots. And we had some decent looks. Right. I thought their 3-quarter court 1-2-2 press hurt us a little bit in the first half. We didn't attack it the way we needed to attack it in the middle. We got hesitant with it. I thought we did a better job in the second half against that, but we didn't shoot the ball well from threes, and that hurts.
Like it seemed like when they would throw 2-3 guys around Andrew, and he'd kick it out to one of the guards or DeQuan even a little bit there, but nobody was really able to get into a rhythm on their own. There, you, Ogo, Demetrius. What do you think the biggest reason for that was?
Well, can't really say, but it's just a matter of coming back, taking this, like Coach said, as a learning experience, as a wake-up call, and getting in the gym and seeing firsthand what teams will do with Andrew. Kind of work on those things, spotting up, catching and shooting, and stuff like that, and just getting more reps up and being more consistent at that. So it's just, they weren't bad looks. Just got to knock them down.
Michael, when you're playing the game, you guys, the starters have logged a lot of minutes, and you're trying to dig out of a hole. Is that even more tiring, exhausting?
Well, when you're on the road, it's kind of a big thing that you want to, take every possession one at a time, and especially defensively. And I think that we kind of lost focus on some possessions. Like Coach said, there were a lot of long rebounds. They got a lot of, rather than being one and done on the defensive end, they got 2 or 3 more shot attempts at the basket. So that's like those long rebounds, those following the guards and getting in there helping the bigs.
Right. Was there? Did you know much about Bilardo coming into this?
No.
I mean, he was kind of like the great unknown in this.
Yeah, we had talked to, we had gotten scouting reports, but it's, he averaged 0.8 points, I think, at South Florida, so we didn't really have, we saw him in high school at Notre Dame Prep. But we didn't know how much he's improved, and he played really well. We knew, talking to the guys at Buff State that, so seeing the scouting report or the stat sheet, he had 19 points or 18, 7 for 18. The next division game, 8 assists. And he played really well. You got to give him credit. He shot the ball well, knocked down his foul shots, and he really controlled the game. He did a good job.
Coach, there were a lot of guys in new roles. New roles this season. Ogo playing 36 minutes. Demetrius starting. Matt's in his first game. I think there were a little bit of nerves there.
Yeah, probably. This is not the easiest place to play. you know, and you know, the crowd feels like they're right on top of you, you know, and just going back when I'm, you know, 18, 19 years old, going, you know, playing in a game with the atmosphere like this, there is some nerves involved, and it's just human nature. But at the same time, you know, those guys got to continue. You know, they need to take this experience and learn from it and get better. You know, and I've said it from the very beginning. You know, we got some inexperienced guys that are going into new roles, and hopefully a game like this will teach them, and they can take something from it and be positive.
Any more questions? All right, thanks.